Captain Hyenwu stood on the bridge of the cargo ship Sol Dawn, watching the stars through the big front window. The ship was old but strong. It had carried goods between Earth, Mars, and the Jupiter colonies for 15 years. Today was supposed to be just another normal trip. "Captain, I'm seeing something strange on the scanner," said Ji-hai from her seat at the communications desk. She was young but smart. Before joining the crew, she had worked for military intelligence. There are big energy readings near the asteroid belt. Hyenwu walked over to look at her screen. The readings were huge, much bigger than any ship he had ever seen. "Could be a new mining operation," he said, but something felt wrong. His military training from years ago was telling him to be careful. Dr. So-young looked up from her medical station. She was the ship's doctor, but she also studied alien life forms. Not that they had ever found any real aliens. "Captain, those energy patterns don't match any human technology I know." From the engine room, Taijin's voice came over the radio. "Captain, the engines are running fine, but I'm getting some weird readings too. It's like something big is scanning us." Hyen felt his heart beat faster. In all his years of space travel, he had never seen anything like this. "Change course. Take us away from those readings." But before Ji-hai could touch the controls, everything changed. The space around them filled with light. Huge ships appeared. From nowhere, like they had been invisible. The ships were dark and scary looking. They had long, curved shapes that looked like giant sea creatures from the deep ocean. But these were much bigger than any whale. Each ship was the size of a small city. "What are those things?" whispered So-young. That the biggest ship moved closer to them. It was so large that it blocked out the stars. Strange lights moved along its surface like the patterns on a snake's skin. "Captain, they're scanning us again," said Ji-hai. Her voice was shaking. "The scan is much stronger now. It's like they're looking inside our ship." Suddenly, the ship shook hard. All the lights went out for a moment, then came back on. But now, the engine sounds were different. "Quieter," Taijin report. Called Hyenwu. "The engines are dead, Captain. Not broken, just turned off, like someone hit a switch. Our weapons are down too. I don't understand how they did it." A new sound filled the ship. It was a voice but not human. It was deep and rough, like rocks, grinding together. The voice spoke in perfect human language, but the words sounded wrong. Like something was trying to copy human speech but didn't really understand it. "Small prey things," the voice said. "You have been chosen for the great hunt. Your species shows promise as hunting stock." The crew looked at each other with fear. Prey things, hunting stock. What did that mean? The voice continued. "I am Huntmaster Krieg of the Vorthok Dominion. For 1,000 years, my people have traveled the stars, finding new species to hunt. You will be taken to Hunting World Kethera there. You will be released into the wild." Hyenwu found his voice. "We are peaceful traders. We mean no harm. Please, let us go." A sound came from the speakers that might have been laughter, but it was cold and scary. "All prey say such things. You will have 7 days to survive on the hunting world. If you live, you may serve as breeding stock for future hunts. If you die, you will become trophies for our warriors." "Wait," said Hyenwu, trying to stay calm. "You don't understand. We are humans. We are intelligent beings. We have families, children, homes. We're not animals to be hunted." "Intelligence makes the hunt more interesting," replied the alien voice. "Your small brains may help you survive longer than most prey. This pleases us." So-young stepped forward. As a doctor, she was used to talking to scared people. "What do you want from us? Why are you doing this?" The alien voice seemed confused by the question. "We want nothing from you except sport. Your species was found in the edge systems. You are soft-skinned and weak, perfect for young hunters to practice on. Do not worry, prey thing, if your kind proves amusing, we may harvest more from your home world." The words hit the crew like a punch. Homeworld, Earth. The alien was talking about hunting humans from Earth. "You can't do this," said Ji-hai. "Our people will fight back. We have weapons, ships, armies. All prey have claws and teeth," said the alien. "It matters not. Your ships are slow and weak. Your weapons are simple. We have studied your kind for many cycles. You will provide good sport, nothing more." The ship shook again. Through the window they could see a bright light surrounding them. They were being pulled toward the huge alien ship. Taijin's voice came over the radio again. "Captain, we're caught in some kind of tractor beam. I can't break free, but I managed to launch 3 emergency supply pods before they grabbed us. They're small, so maybe the aliens didn't notice them." Hyenwu felt a small bit of hope. Emergency pods contained food, water, tools, and basic weapons. If they were released on this hunting world, those pods might help them survive. "Good thinking, Taijin," he said quietly. The alien voice spoke again. "You will be transported to the hunting world now. Do not attempt to resist. It will only make your deaths more painful." As their ship was pulled into the belly of the alien vessel, Hyenwu looked at his crew. So-young was scared but trying to be brave. Ji-hai was angry, her hands tight on her console. From the engine room, he could hear Taijin working on something, even though the engines were dead. These were good people, smart people. They had survived in the dangerous job of space cargo transport for years. The aliens thought humans were just soft, weak prey. But Haiyan-Wu knew something the aliens didn't. Humans were survivors. They had crawled out of caves on Earth and built ships that could cross the stars. They had survived ice ages, wars, plagues, and the harsh vacuum of space. Every human alive was the child of a long line of survivors. The aliens wanted to hunt them. Let them try. As the Soul Dawn disappeared into the alien ship, Haiyan-Wu began to plan. He thought about his military training, about survival techniques, about how to turn the hunters into the hunted. The aliens had made one big mistake. They thought humans were prey. They were about to learn the truth. The ship landed with a bump inside the alien vessel. Strange lights filled the cargo bay where they sat. The air smelled different now, like metal and something else, something that might have been the scent of other prey animals that had been brought here before. Stay together, Haiyan-Wu told his crew. Whatever happens next, we stick together. We're not prey, we're humans, and humans don't give up. Through the ship's speakers, they could hear the aliens talking in their own language. The sounds were harsh and clicking like insects or reptiles. But even though they couldn't understand the words, the meaning was clear. The hunt was about to begin, but the aliens had no idea what they had just caught. The alien transport ship dropped them on the hunting world like cargo. The 4 humans fell through the air and landed hard on soft ground. Around them was a thick forest with tall trees and strange plants. The air was warm and wet, like a jungle on Earth. Haiyan-Wu got up first and helped the others. Everyone okay? Soyoung checked her medical bag. It had survived the drop. I'm fine, just some cuts. Jihai looked around at the strange forest. This place looks dangerous. I can hear things moving in the trees. Taijin pointed to the sky. Look, Captain, I can see 3 small objects falling. Those must be our emergency pods. Above them, the alien ship was already leaving. Huntmaster Krieg's voice came from a small device they had been given. The hunt begins now, prey things. You have 7 days. Try to make it interesting for our young hunters. Most prey would panic now. They would run in different directions and get lost. But Haiyan-Wu had been trained as a soldier before becoming a ship captain. He knew what to do. Listen to me, he said. We stay together. We don't run, we think. Soyoung opened her medical bag and found some basic tools. I need to study this place. The plants, the animals. Some might be food, others might be poison. Jihai pulled out a small device from her pocket. I still have my communication scanner. Maybe I can listen to the alien hunters when they come. Taijin looked at the strange trees around them. Captain, I used to be in special forces before I became an engineer. I know how to set traps and make weapons from basic materials. Haiyan-Wu smiled. His crew was not acting like scared prey. They were acting like humans. Good, first, we find those emergency pods, then we find shelter, then we plan. It took them 2 hours to find all 3 pods. Inside, they found food, water, basic tools, and 2 small energy weapons. Not much, but enough to start with. By evening, they had built a hidden camp near a small stream. Soyoung had tested the water and found it safe to drink. She had also found some fruits that were not poison. The aliens think we'll just run around scared until they catch us, said Haiyan-Wu. But we're going to do something different. The next morning, their first hunter came. The Vorthok warrior was 8 feet tall with dark green skin like a crocodile. He had sharp teeth and claws and he carried advanced weapons. His name was Sek, and this was his first real hunt. Sec expected to find the humans running in panic through the forest. Instead, he walked into a trap. Taijin had spent the night setting up a surprise. When Sek stepped on a hidden wire, a heavy log swung down and hit him hard. The alien's energy shield flickered and went out. Before Sek could recover, Haiyan and Jihai attacked from both sides. They had sharp sticks and rocks. The alien warrior, who had never been attacked by prey before, didn't know what to do. In 5 minutes, Essie was dead. Quickly, said Soyoung, help me study his body. I need to learn about their weak spots. While Soyoung worked, Taijin took apart the aliens' weapons and equipment. This energy rifle is amazing, and look at this communication device. Jihai grabbed the communicator. I can use this to listen to their radio signals. Maybe we can learn about their plans. That night, they heard Huntmaster Krieg talking to his warriors. Sek has not reported back. Send 2 more hunters to find what happened to him. The humans looked at each other. They had killed their first alien hunter, but more were coming. They still think we're prey, said Haiyan-Wu. Let's show them how wrong they are. Over the next 2 days, 2 more Vorthok hunters died in human traps. The aliens were getting confused. Prey didn't fight back like this. Prey didn't set traps and ambushes. Jihai had been listening to their communications. Captain, I heard something terrible. This isn't just a hunt, it's a test. If we die easy, they plan to go to Earth and hunt more humans, millions of them. The news hit the crew like a cold wind. This wasn't just about their lives anymore. It was about everyone on Earth. Then we make sure they don't think humans are easy prey, said Hyun-Wu. So-Young had been studying the dead aliens. I found something important. To have a weak spot behind their heads, where the spine meets the skull, and their blood turns poison if it mixes with certain plants from this world. Taijin had been building better weapons from alien technology. I can make explosives from their energy cells. Small but powerful. Jihai had learned to understand some of the alien language. They're getting scared. Captain Huntmaster Krieg is starting to worry. He's never lost this many hunters to prey before. By the 4th day, the humans had stopped being the hunted. Now they were the hunters. Huntmaster Krieg stood in his command room, looking at reports he didn't understand. 5 of his warriors were dead. The prey things from the small ship had killed them all. This is not possible, he said to his second in command. Tracker-Vex. Prey does not hunt the hunter. Tracker-Vex had been studying the humans through hidden cameras in the forest. Master, these creatures are different. They work together like a pack. They plan, they learn, they adapt. All intelligent prey can plan, said Krieg, but they always break and run when we pressure them. Not these ones. Master, watch this. For the screen they watched the humans move through the forest. But they were not running or hiding, they were hunting. Ian Wu led his team like a military unit. Soyoung had made poison from local plants that she put on their weapons. Tajin had built traps and bombs from alien technology. Jihai used the captured communicators to track where the alien hunters were going. The humans had found the alien observation post hidden in the trees. Instead of avoiding it, they attacked it. Impossible, whispered Krieg as he watched his trained warriors fall to the clever traps and coordinated attacks of 4 prey things. The humans captured the observation post and took all the equipment. Now they could see the alien hunting ship overhead. They could hear all the alien communications. They had turned the hunt completely around. Master, said Vex, his voice shaking, I have studied many prey species. These humans, they fight. Like us, no. They fight better than us. They use their brains more than their claws. Soyoung had learned to make stronger poisons. The alien warriors who breathed her gas mixtures fell unconscious in seconds. Taijin's bombs could destroy alien vehicles from a distance. Jihai could now speak enough alien language to confuse their communications and send false messages. But it was Hien Wu who scared the aliens the most. He thought like a general. Every attack was planned. Every trap was placed perfectly. Every move had a purpose. On the 5th day, the humans attacked a supply ship that came down to bring food to the hunters. They captured it and found maps of the alien hunting vessel in space. Captain, look at this, said Jihai. The main ship has weak spots in its armor, and I can read their language now. They have thousands of other species locked up as prisoners, and here, said Soyoung, pointing to alien documents. Earth is marked as their next major target. They plan to bring hundreds of hunting ships to our world. Tajin looked at the captured alien weapons. We have to stop them. But first, we need to get off this planet. Hien Wu studied the maps of the alien ship. Then we go up there, we take their ship. The other crew members stared at him, attacked the main alien ship. That seemed impossible. Captain, said Soyoung, there are hundreds of aliens on that ship, and they all think we're prey, said Hien Wu. That's our advantage. They won't expect prey to attack their home base. Huntmaster Krieg was becoming desperate. He had sent 12 hunters to the surface. Only 2 had come back, and both were badly hurt and scared. Master, said one wounded hunter, the prey things ... They are demons. They appear from nowhere. They strike and vanish. They know our movements before we make them. Krieg could not understand it. In 1,000 hunts, no prey had ever fought back like this. Send capture teams, he ordered. Bring them back alive. We must study them. But the capture teams walked into another trap. The humans had learned to use alien technology better than many aliens could. They had turned the hunting world into their own weapon. On the 6th day, Krieg made his final mistake. He decided to go down to the planet himself to capture these strange prey things. He never made it back to his ship. Huntmaster Krieg landed on the hunting world with his best warriors. He wore the finest armor and carried the most powerful weapons. He had hunted for 300 years and never failed. The humans were waiting for him. The attack came from all sides at once. Tajin's explosives destroyed their landing ship before they could retreat. Soyoung's poison gas made their breathing masks useless. Jihai had hacked their communications, so they couldn't call for help. And Hien Wu led the attack like he had been born for war. Krieg found himself fighting for his life against creatures he had thought were weak prey. The human captain moved like a professional soldier, using every piece of cover, every advantage of the terrain. What are you crying? Gasped as Hien Wu cornered him. We're humans, said Hien Wu, and you made a big mistake. For the first time in his life, Huntmaster Krieg felt fear, real fear, the kind of fear that prey was supposed to feel. Your people called us prey, continued Hien Wu, but you don't understand what humans are. We come from a world that tried to kill us every day. Ice ages, volcanoes, floods, diseases, predators. Everything on our planet wanted us dead, but we survived. We didn't just survive, we won. Krieg tried to reach for his weapon, but Jihai was faster. She had learned to use alien weapons better than the aliens. We are not prey, said Soyoung, preparing a syringe with alien medicine that would keep Krieg alive but helpless. We are persistence predators. We hunt by thinking, by working together, by never giving up. Tajin planted a small explosive on Krieg's armor. On our world, we learned to hunt animals much bigger and stronger than us. We used our brains. We used tools. We worked as a team. We want to hunt humans, said Hyanwu. Then you should know what you're hunting. We are the species that turned wolves into dogs. We are the species that killed all the giant predators on our world. We are the species that looked at the sky and decided to live there. Krieg's eyes went wide with understanding. These weren't prey animals. These were apex predators from a death world, and his people had awakened them using captured alien technology. The humans took control of a transport ship, but instead of escaping, they flew up to the main hunting vessel. The aliens on the ship weren't ready for an invasion. Prey didn't attack the hunter's home, but humans weren't prey. Taejin moved through the ship's maintenance tunnels like a ghost, sabotaging critical systems. Soyoung released her poison gases into the air supply. Jihai took control of the ship's communications and computers, and Hyanwu led the direct assault on the bridge. The Vorthok warriors had never faced an enemy like this. The humans fought smart, not just hard. They used the alien ship's own systems. Against the crew, they turned the hunters' advantages into weaknesses. In 6 hours, the entire alien hunting ship belonged to the humans. Captain, said Jihai from the communication station, I'm reading the ship's databases. They have detailed information about hundreds of worlds they've attacked, and plans to invade Earth with 1,000 ships. Soyoung was studying alien medical records. They classify worlds by how dangerous they are. Earth is marked as a classed death world. They thought any species from such a dangerous planet would be weak from fighting for survival. They got it backwards, said Taejin. Fighting for survival made us strong. Hyanwu looked at the captured Huntmaster Krieg. Your people are about to learn a very important lesson about humans. The humans now controlled the most advanced hunting ship in the Vorthok fleet, but they weren't finished. They had a message to send. Jihai had learned how to use the alien long-range communication system. This ship could send messages across the entire galaxy. Every alien species would hear what she was about to broadcast. Are you sure about this, Captain? She asked. Once we send this message, there's no going back. Every alien in the galaxy will know about humans. Hyanwu looked at his crew. Soyoung was studying alien medical data, learning how to defend Earth against biological weapons. Taejin was reverse engineering alien technology, preparing humanity for a larger war. Jihai had become an expert in alien languages and communications. They were going to come to Earth anyway, said Hyanwu. At least now they'll know what they're facing. The message was simple but terrifying. It was a recording of everything that had happened on the hunting world. Security cameras had captured the humans killing Vorthok warriors, destroying their equipment, and taking their ship. But the most frightening part was Hyanwu's voice, speaking in perfect Vorthok language. You came to our system hunting prey. You found predators. I am Captain Hyanwu of the human species. Earth is under our protection. Any species that threatens our world will learn what we are capable of. You have been warned. The message spread across alien communication networks faster than light. Species that had feared the Vorthok for centuries watched in amazement as humans destroyed an entire hunting expedition on worlds across the galaxy. Alien leaders watched the recordings and asked the same question. What kind of species does this cancer? The answer came from their own scientists who studied the data. Humans were persistent predators from a class 12 death world. They were pack hunters with advanced tool-making abilities. They could adapt to any environment and learn any technology. Most terrifying of all, they never gave up. The Vorthok dominion began to collapse as subject species realized their masters could be defeated. Hunting expeditions were recalled. Invasion plans were cancelled. The great predators of the galaxy had found something they had never encountered before, something that hunted them back. When the Sol Dawn returned to human space, they found Earth's defense forces already preparing. The crew's warning had arrived first, sent through the captured alien ship's communication system, but humanity wasn't just preparing for war. They were preparing for contact with hundreds of alien species who were now very interested in talking to them. Dr. Soyoung became Earth's first xenobiology expert, helping humanity understand alien weaknesses and strengths. Engineer Taejin that led the development of new weapons and shields based on captured alien technology. Communications Officer Jihai established humanity's first alien intelligence service, and Captain Hyanwu became Earth's first ambassador to the galaxy. Months later, when peaceful alien species made contact with Earth, they all asked the same nervous question. How did a species like yours evolve? Hyanwu's answer was always the same. Very carefully, and were still evolving. The galaxy had learned an important lesson. Never mistake intelligence for weakness. Never mistake cooperation for submission. And never ever mistake humans for prey. Because humans were something much more dangerous than predators. They were survivors who had learned to think. And now the galaxy knew it. Huntmaster Krieg, kept alive in human custody, spent his remaining days writing warnings for any species foolish enough to threaten Earth. His final message was simple. They are not prey. They are not even predators. They are something worse. They are humans, and humans never stop. The hunt was over, but for humanity the real adventure was just beginning.